I'm not going to do a lot of editing or cutting things out or things like that. You guys have followed me for a while, and you know that I have not been really hard on the organization, hard on the coach. I just haven't been that way. That's not my fandom. I'm not that type of fan. Like I've been watching basketball for over 30 something years. And I've never been that person that just dove into what the organization has done. Like if I'm a fan of the team, I'm a fan of the team. If I'm here for a player, I'm a fan of the player, and whatever happens, happens. But I've never seen anything like this, to just be honest. And this is, again, I know the haters are going to jump in here quick. This is not to excuse Angel of anything she does on and off the court. This is the organization really showing their true colors, and it makes you not want to be interested in rocking with the organization. You've heard Chicago say, you've heard the rumors of Chicago being a terrible organization and nobody wants to play, and all the championship players have left immediately as soon as they can get away. And you just like, okay. Again, I started watching Chicago when Candace Parker came. I watched the league, but I really got tapped into Chicago strong because Candace Parker came over from LA. I'm a West Coast kid, rock with Candace Parker, blah blah. But I've always heard the rumors of how bad the organization is, and now that I've been tapped in for the last 2 years, I see it. Jeff P says Angel is our best chance at versatility on this roster. We need more production out of her, but we need her to help us in other ways. Sorry. Which is crazy because we kind of seen Tyler Marsh kind of hint on the same type of thing, I think last week. And it's so confusing because we went to the whole off season saying this is Camilla's team. Camilla gets, when they run out of the tunnel, Camilla's the last person. That's what the superstar on the team does. When they do the player introductions, no matter what arena they're in, Camilla's last. And they said Camilla will from now forward will be our number one option, or us Hoopers just say the first action will be ran for Camilla. And that shows you whose team this is. All of those things lead to this is Camilla Cardoso's team. But it seems like every time they want more production. Last week, Coach got asked a question, and he was basically saying, Angel's doing this, but we want more from it's when they want more, they talk about Angel giving them more, which doesn't sound like she's your star player, because if we look at the numbers, she's actually the most consistent person on the team. People on the team have spikes of 25-point games and 4-point games and 23-point games and 7-point games. And Angel has just started out slowly, but she's progressively gotten better, but stayed consistent with her rebounds, her defense, her trying to understand being a facilitator now. She's doing all that stuff consistently, but now they want even more. Angel's guarding the 4 position for us. If you're not familiar with the W, the 4 position is the toughest. All the best players mainly play the 4 position or the 5, and she'll switch off depending on who they're going against. You got Asia Wilson, you got Fee, you got Stewie, you got AT, you have Double J as the 5, you have Satu Sabali. It's just so much going on at the 4 and 5 position. So she's not only now facilitating for the team, she's not just being a great defender, but she's defending the other team's best player. She's doing double the work basically. And that's why you're saying she's the most versatile. But now you're saying we need more? This team is not, this whole situation isn't set up for her to win. If she is your key contributor, your star player, the person when you need more, when you need to rev up, you're going to go after her, then this roster wouldn't look the way it looks. You built this roster honestly for Courtney Vandersloot. Everything about this roster says this is to benefit Courtney. It's not, don't take my word for it. They said Courtney's only coming if they can get another all-star level player to come with her, and they got Ariel Atkins, which means this team was built for Courtney. And now Courtney's gone. Even before she got injured, you realized you didn't have a backup point guard. And so in preseason, you start running Angel as a facilitator in this team because you didn't even go out and get a backup point guard. You drafted Haley. No knock on Haley. She is a rookie. Point guard is the hardest position in basketball. especially if that's not your natural position. Now you got to learn point guard. You got to learn not college sets, not AAU sets. Now you got to learn pro sets, and you have to know everybody what everybody's doing in these sets. You're not going to get that down in 10 games if you're not the face of the franchise. We seen that last year with a player come in and they're the face of the franchise. They're the star point guard, but Haley was the second pick of the draft, second pick for Chicago. She's not the face of this team. So no, you're not building your offense to satisfy Haley. No, she has to come learn all the pro sets, verbiage, everything. This team wasn't built for Angel, but now you're requiring her to do the most on this team. We know she's not your star. You don't even come out as an organization to defend her. She's attacked every day on social media. Every day. Ariel Atkins has to be the person to come and defend her. The organization isn't stepping up. You guys aren't protecting her. I'll hire one of the content creators and pay them $1,500 a month to run part of the admin and combat every negative stat, every negative thing that the world is saying about Angel. Hire somebody to do it and let it come from the Chicago Sky page. If they're saying she got 500 points and 500 rebounds, and the narrative is those are all off her home misses. No, have your content creator, your personal admin put out a post with the stats on where her rebounds comes from. Be that intentional about protecting your star. But you guys don't want to admit that she is the star, and because you want to build around Courtney. And I think last year when it came to the draft, you really thought Cardoso was going to push this team forward, and then you'll be able to build around Cardoso and like some shooters. And then Angel, if she stuck around, she would be that defensive anchor, blah, blah, blah. But you're not getting what you expected from Cardoso. So now you're scared to let Angel really take on the reins and really be the face of the organization. Because even as an organization, like I said, you guys aren't even protecting her. You didn't build this team around her. If this was Angel's thing, she would have had the same coach from last year. If this was about Angel, she would have Kennedy Carter still. If this was about Angel, I know those people aren't fan favorites. I wasn't their biggest fan. But if we're going to build around her, we're just going to grind it out for the next 3 to 4 years with Angel and Ken and not switch up coaches and switch up the whole players over and over. No, we're going to say this is Angel, this is Ken. Ken goes downhill, she attacks, so she probably needs some shooters and another athletic big. And for Angel to be successful, she needs some spacers. You know, you would have built your team around that, not build it around a 38-year-old, 37-year-old point guard. Think about what the organization told us. We can get Ariel if we get another all-star type player. So we can get Sloot, but only if another all-star type player comes, and we'll get Ariel Atkins. No knock on them at all, but now the onus is on Angel for this team. It's not on Ariel, the all-star you brung in. No, we need Angel. She's already versatile, but we need her to do more. Again, I'm not even going down the whole, I read the whole interview. I'm not going through that. This little statement showed me enough about this team, this staff, this front office that is turning me off. I'm going to rock with A5, AR, wherever she goes. If she's here for 10 years, I'm still going to be rocking. But like as a fan of the team, it really turned me off. Because now we're a quarter of the way through the season, and now you want to admit, oh, this is an Angel Reese thing. This is her team. This is who. Come on, bro. You could have had a whole different offseason if you had a year of film. You had a year of watching who's going to be the aggressor, who's going to be assertive. Is it Angel? Is it Camilla? You had a year of that to see. And I don't know how you didn't see it. We all seen it. Teaspoon wasn't running a magical offense. No, it was more of play through your strengths and we're going to figure out the rest. That was the game plan for the Sky last year. You had Kennedy Carter downhill, could finish high and strong. She's athletic. She attacked. You had Angel, who was just gritty, finisher, get rebounds, knock the other players over, and they both were just nonstop. And then you would hope Rachel Banner might hit a shot. You would hope Camilla wants to come along for 10 and 10. You would hope, but you knew you had those people and you played through their strength. If this thing was about Angel, you would have probably kept Ken. You would have built, or if you didn't, you could have went and got Aerial Powers, who is very similar in mode and motor, very similar type of like I'm going at it every play type of player. You didn't get that. You got a lot of role players and passive scores, and that's not what you get when you're trying to build. Where's the point? When you're trying to build for her. Wait. I got to remember to tell you guys to like and subscribe. I think like, subscribe, share, follow, tickle your brother, whatever you're supposed to do.